From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time again for Making a Difference with Wally Conway here on The Horse's Mouth on Buzz TV, back at the bar, back at Tommy Max. Brought to you by our friends at truckcrashlaw.com. Got a great show lined up for you today. Let's say hello to the panel. Hey, Sherri.
Hey, Tom.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
How's Storehouse Media doing? Everybody doing good?
The Storehouse Media Group is rocking it.
Rocking and rolling.
Yes.
You're going to be doing some shows here on Buzz TV, I'm told.
Congrats. And awesome. I'm excited about it.
Good. Yes. Well, we'll talk about that, I'm sure, no doubt. But great to have you back. Michael Cole is here from Tulsa Welding School, the Prez. Hey, Prez, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Great to have you at the bar, man. You've been in this game, what did you say, 20 years, but with Tulsa about a couple years.
Yeah, I've been in Tulsa for 2 years. I've been doing education, administration for about 24, 25 years. Actually.
Oh, wow, no kidding. Wow, did you get into that right out of college, or how did that?
So I started off as a student in a technical school, and then got my bachelor's, master's, and it's a long story. Another time we can share it, but ended up running schools that I went to. So
cool,
pretty lucky.
And I know you're always looking for candidates. We're going to talk about that as well. So great to have you. Almon Gunter is here, my man.
What's happening?
How you doing? Welcome back.
I'm doing good, man.
You know, every time you're in my presence here on this show, I feel like a lesser athlete. I mean, and I wasn't the greatest athlete, but when you walk in the room, I'm like, oh man, I really didn't do that much on athletic level. You did a lot.
It is what it is.
How's the body feel? You just turned 60, you said.
Just turned 60.
Dude, you look fantastic.
Baby products, baby. Lots of baby products.
Yeah, all right.
Lots of baby products.
Interesting. Out of the jar? What are you talking?
Baby shampoo, baby lotion.
Ooh,
baby oil. Keeps it right.
Hey, you sit next to a guy that could use some tips. So. Go ahead.
My man Wally, we got the same barber, baby.
That's right. How's training the kids going, man? I know you do a lot with the children.
I have so many kids now, so many great athletes doing awesome stuff, so I'm pretty excited about it.
That's great. Well, I'm glad you're here, man.
I keep trying to get out. They keep pulling me back in.
That's right. There must be a reason for that, right? Wally Conway's back. What's up, my man?
Man, I'm grateful to be
here.
here.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Living
You've never
good
said
life.
to me, all the times we've been together, you've never said you don't feel like a lesser athlete in my presence. But I shows up day one and all
kind of the opposite. I didn't want to say anything. I feel like a better athlete. Just in certain situations, not all the way across the board. How you been doing, man? I know you're
doing great.
I love you on this show, and I'm glad you're here. But what you been up to?
Feeling good. Developing leaders. Leaders is important.
It is making a difference out there, right?
I got a question.
Yeah, do it.
Is the issue in getting more tradespeople, finding people, funding the schooling? Every contractor I talk to, every building manager I talk to, everybody needs tradespeople.
Right.
Why still shortage?
I think we need to develop some interest. I think we've gotten into a place in education where we think 4-year degrees are the way to go, and everybody wants their kids to go get a 4-year degree. And everybody wants their kid to be a doctor and a lawyer, and honestly, what it's done is it's created a lot of people with a lot of debt and not enough tradespeople.
Right.
And I think you make a key point there. Parents want.
Right.
Like it's like, we have my kids here. Like, wait a minute, what about the kid? Maybe the kid doesn't even want to be there. I don't know, right? College isn't for everyone, and the trades is a great way to go, including obviously the welding routes.
Absolutely. 400,000 jobs are going to be open in the next 2-3 years. So
wow.
Yeah, great positions.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. All right, I got a question for the panel. I just, you guys are all doing different things out there in leadership roles, which is great. Give me some advice for someone that's looking to get into your respective careers. I'll start with you, Sherri. Someone wants to get into publishing, book publishing, authoring, what have you. What's the one advice that you'd throw at them?
I would say, a stick-to-it attitude, and with us, it's not so much about a college degree as it is kind of a trade, and to, learn it well and be trainable and coachable and just, move forward and let people pour into you and then build a portfolio.
Right.
That's what people want to see. They don't want to see, where'd you go to college? Where did you graduate?
Right.
They want to see, what have you done? What does it look like, and what can you do for me?
Yeah, and Alma, you've written, 4 books?
4 books.
Yeah. So you
working on book number 5.
You are.
Yeah.
I've said this before. The greatest advice I ever got from a writing coach when I wrote my book was just write chapters. You'll place them later. Just get your thoughts down on the paper.
I think that's really, really the key. Yep. I mean, for me, it's just a whole bunch of stuff running around in my head.
Yep.
And I just get it out, and then you move it around to where it needs to be.
Yep.
And I think with writing, for me, it's just conversation.
Yeah.
It's just,
totally.
It's just life experiences.
Talking to
things
yourself
I've
in the mirror.
experienced. Yeah, it really
Or in the
is.
car or wherever.
I always say I write books for therapy for me, and then other people just happen to read them and like them. But
Right.
for me, it's just a way for me to get my thoughts out and get it on paper.
You've done a lot in your lifetime, athletically, business-wise,
Yes.
and mentoring and whatnot. You got any advice for any young kid out there
know,
that's thinking about
I
doing
think
what
the
you
biggest thing is, man, get a mentor.
Yeah.
Like you have
Good
to
point.
you have to get mentors.
Yeah.
You know, when I really think back, and I talk about this with a lot of my friends that grew up with me that played ball and all these things.
Sure.
We just had great coaches who weren't just coaches; they were teachers. They came by the house. Then I've been fortunate. You know my buddy Mark Broughton.
Yeah.
I have him.
Good
and
friend.
Pat Williams with the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
Like I just surrounded myself with some really good people that believed in me, and then just stuck to it. It's kind of like what Sherri said. You just got to stick to it, man.
Yeah.
You got to want it. That's what my grandfather used to say. You got to want it. Can't nobody want
you
it.
got to take it.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
you want it, you got to try to take it.
you got to hunt every day.
Legally.
You know, I think the thing is, you just got to hunt.
You do,
know,
no
you
doubt.
just got to wake up and you got to hunt. So.
Well, and when the hunt doesn't go well, you can't get down. You just learn from it and get on to the next one.
Well,
There's always time for another hunt.
Well, I always tell people that sometimes the lion doesn't catch the gazelle, but he doesn't go home and look in the mirror and go, I suck as a lion.
That's right.
You know, he just
That's
wakes
right.
up the next day and say, okay, I'll go out again.
He says, listen, you lionesses,
Yeah,
get your crap together.
Let's go.
We got to get the next one.
This is why
I'm
I don't
hungry.
do it. This is why I have you guys go
That's
out and
right.
do it.
That's right. How about you, Michael? You're president of a pretty big deal, man. I mean, how do you? I want to know how you handle all that because you got a lot of people that you got to take care of, right? I know they all siphons up to you,
Right,
but
right.
still, you're the president of that.
I've got a lot of good help. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that. But I do think when it comes to being a leader or putting yourself into a leadership position, I think one of the things I tell folks at orientation is, number one, you got to be able to identify what success means to you. I think a lot of people think it means money, think it means prestige. We get to the point, though, where I believe success ultimately comes from happiness. And once you understand that, I tell students especially, follow your heart, not your wallet.
Yep.
If you find something you love to do, you'll get better at it.
Yep.
If you get better at it, you should get paid more doing it. But follow your heart, not the wallet.
I focus, I think the accomplishment.
Yeah.
Do the accomplishment. Be committed to getting that done, and everything else can fall into place.
Yep.
Well, you brought up success, so I got something else for the panel. How do you handle success? Because it's hard. And I'm going to use the Jaguars as an example. In 2017, phenomenal year.
Yeah.
The first thing I said after the season was, can they handle this success?
Right.
And they couldn't. They imploded after that. How do you personally handle it?
It's about being humble, and I think that's something you work at every day. I was very young when I started running schools, and I can tell you I wasn't very humble.
Mm-hmm.
And you make a lot of mistakes when you start believing in yourself more than you believe in the others, and you're believing in the things that got you there. So I think you have to take a moment, at least daily,
Yep.
to humble yourself and realize how you got to where you're at, and the people that are working with you are really what make you successful, and not you. So
Right.
I think that's
You're
how you
serving
handle
when you're in
success.
that world,
That's
aren't
right.
you? No
That's
doubt
right.
about it. How about you? You've had a lot of success, man. How do you
Well, I
handle it?
mean, for me, with success comes an expectation. I always tell people, and I think it happens all the time, especially in sports, right? So the Jags had another great year.
Yep.
So think about the expectations that's already set for the following year. And so the way I look at success is it's only for a moment. Because once you hit it, it's gone. And now you got to figure out what else you're going to do.
What's next?
And so for me, it's just about waking up every single day and saying, I just want to get 1% better at something else.
Yeah, right.
Because me,
Yeah.
success is about winning, one little thing at a time.
Yep.
So every day I'm like, dude, I just want to be 1% better today at
Yeah.
something. So.
That's great you said that about success, because what's next? I always
Oh.
say when you get a no, it means not right now. So just
Yeah.
handle it with grace,
Yes.
Right.
and you'll be all right. Maybe they'll come back, maybe they weren't, but go on to the next.
Well, one of the things that I always encourage not only companies but athletes is this. I said, look, don't worry about if you get it wrong. I mean, if you fail, that's great. I mean, if you fail, say good, because one or two things are going to happen. You're either going to come back and be better, or you're going to walk away.
Yep,
What you should worry about is, what if you're as good as you think you are?
no doubt.
See, that's the real problem. It's like
Yeah.
when that success hits, you got to maintain that, man.
Right.
And now everybody's bringing their best every time. You're not sneaking up on it.
No doubt. No doubt.
So to me, I'm like, nah, I just want to get 1% better, baby.
Good.
I just try to.
I love it.
I just try to stay behind the curtain.
All right, how can people find you, Almon?
Hey, AlmonGunterExperience.com. That's
Okay.
my website.
Simple
Easy
enough.
to find. Yeah.
All right. And you're doing a bunch of mentorship. You're doing
Oh, yeah.
physical fitness training, all types, sports
Speaking,
specific.
Yeah, man, I'm
all that
speaking
stuff.
everywhere, so it's good.
Okay.
Life is good.
All right, Michael, we've got a lot of jobs out there, right? Maybe we
sure
can
do.
fill some candidacies for you. How can people get into that? Where can they find you?
www.tws.edu.
Okay, tws.edu. Beautiful. Well, I thank you all for being here. Sherri, great to have you on
Thank
board.
you.
Wally, always a pleasure. Gentlemen, cheers, man.
Nice.
Great to have you.
Cheers.
All right, that'll do it
good.
this time around on
Yes.
The Horse's Mouth. If you like these kind of conversations, go check out more at iwannabuzz.com. Until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.